one chat at a time.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 5 of Keeping the Arts Alive, one chat at a time.
Today we're chatting with the incredible drummer JAS KAYSER, talking all things drums across the globe.
So please like, comment and share with your friends and family if you enjoy.
Hi JAS, thanks so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Same old, I think. I mean, surviving, hanging out when we can, and I've been playing a little bit, so that's been nice with the Kansas Smitties. You all know, you know about that, lad. So yeah, I've been lucky enough to do that. Wow, that's been keeping me sane.
What we're going to do is go straight back to the beginning, and we'd love to
Cool.
know your earliest memory of music.
Woo, love it. All right. I have a really strange memory, which I think was like the first gig I ever did. Well, not really a gig, it's in the school, like school assembly, proper gig, big bucks. But yeah, I just started playing drums. I started learning drums when I was like 9 years old. And then when I was like 10 or 11 or something, still in like primary school, our class had to like do an assembly. I can't remember what the theme was, but I ended up having to play drums in it, which I was pretty happy about. But for some reason, I was dressed as a clown. So I don't know why. But you remember those like toe socks, those multicolored, but when your toes go in each thing. And then I had like a multicolored wig on, and then just like, it's so weird. But I remember getting like butterflies. We stood outside the main doors and all the parents and the students like in the hallway. And I asked my teacher, like, what's that feeling in your stomach, and they're like, oh, that's called butterflies. That means you're a bit nervous, but it's a good thing, it means you're going to do good, all that kind of encouraging.
It's such a good story.
So
yeah,
did you start on percussion, or what was your story?
It was like drums first and then piano after. But on drums at the beginning, it was all just like pop rock. Like my drum teacher was such a legend. He's called Bruce Treasure. And he was just showing me, like, he played guitar too, and he was like a gigging kind of musician on drums and guitar. But he was teaching me like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Green Day, all that. So in my lessons, he would play guitar and I'd play drums, and we were just jamming out on the rock stuff.
That's so nice. Love that. So then you went on after that to do your undergrad in the States, in Berkeley. So how was that for you?
Oof, damn. Yeah, it was amazing. I feel like I talk about it so much because I was just so obsessed with that. That experience. I feel really lucky to be able to like go to another country, especially somewhere like America. Obviously, when I was like 16, got really into jazz. So it's like a dream come true to be able to go over to the States, and learn from some incredible musicians like Ralph Peterson and Tony Carrington and Tia Fuller and like all these just mental people. It was incredible. And the hang with, it was like a culture shock in a way, definitely. Because like you speak the same language, but
this is what we'd like to know. So how would you say gigging in the States is different to here?
What the experience of doing a gig, or I was doing stuff under the table there because I was still a student, so it's like there were some places we could gig in the college we could get paid from Berkeley as like an international student. I guess I did have that kind of roasting experience of playing at Wally's Jazz Cafe in Boston with some amazing musicians who are still doing their thing now. This guy Dan Winshaw on bass, who's now based in New York, and Alonzo Demetrius on trumpet is based in New York too. They're both doing incredible things. This guy Jonathan Aspel, Israeli guy, I think he's in LA doing his thing, playing for amazing artists. But it was such a roast. I was so intimidated. It was like, you get there, we're playing these tunes. If you don't know, then learn them this week, and we might call it next week. But we probably won't. We'll probably call some other tunes you don't know. So every week, constantly getting these tunes that have got to learn in the moment. So it was a bit of a roast, but
the jams. Do you think that's kind of helped you think on your feet, be able to just go, right, I'm up for it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a way in London, isn't it? It's also like that, I guess, but it's really heavy in the States of like, you better be ready. It's like one piece of advice Ralph Peterson gave me once was like, if you're always ready, you don't have to be ready. It's like, oh damn, you just gotta like be ready to go all the time, so I guess it's good for you. It's a bit of stress, but it's good for you.
There to do your masters, or did you go to Panama City?
Oh yeah, I did the masters at Berkeley. So I did the undergrad in 3 years and then stayed for an extra year to do like the 10-month masters program. And then went to Panama after that as like, it was like a teaching fellowship program to do. Yeah.
Are you still working there then?
Yeah, well, I haven't been there sadly in a while. Like I was there last January, for the jazz festival. And then we just had the jazz festival this year too, but it happened all online, so that was nice because I still got to be involved in it. And I'm still kind of in touch with the foundation, so I'm available for online lessons with students in Panama, which is really cool. So yeah, definitely very connected. I would love to go back again, or I don't know, in the future, split my time between the both. I just love it. Yeah.
So would you say playing in Panama has influenced your playing in terms of the sound world?
Oh my Lord. Yeah, totally. Just like open my mind so much. I was chatting to Giacomo about it actually, but just how I wasn't really shedding like, I don't know, technique or this kind of like transcribing, the hardcore practice you're doing when you're really trying to like change your playing or develop your playing or whatever. But it's just more just being around, always playing, always chatting about music. It's like literally the clave is just like in the air all day, every day. So so it's like, it's hard not to just get it ingrained in your playing. Suddenly before you know it, you're playing all these like, it's just the feel and the vibe just like gets in your bones.
Would you say that has changed your sound of your own music?
Yeah, definitely. And
who would you say has been your biggest influence on your sound?
Oh, damn. Good question. So many. I think, so many people have influenced that sound. I mean, my first ever, person I looked up to was Terry Carrington. I'm always preaching about Terry because he's just incredible. I found her videos when she was playing with like Herbie Hancock, and then later found out she played with Wayne. So it was just, I think I was like trying to sound like her subconsciously because I just idolized her so much. But then obviously meeting more people, just like friends as well. I mean, being around other drummer friends in Boston, like this guy JK and Tyson Jackson and this guy Vlade, like all these drummers just like hanging out with them. Like, oh, that's so killing, I want to sound like them. And I'm in London, big shout out to Clee Speak. You know what I mean? We've been hanging out loads, and it's just, they influence you equally as, the greats that you study as well.
Yeah, so nice. Well, talking about your sound, we want to go on to your debut EP. So Unforced Rhythm of Grace. How insane. What a record. So let's just talk through that process. How did you come about with these pieces?
It started as a project for the masters basically. And the whole idea of that was we were working with Danilo Perez, who's like the artistic director of the course. Insane. And basically the goal is like to record an album at the end, but it has to have a goal or an aim or a philosophy or whatever thing you want to focus on. So then I was thinking about like music therapy and like the psychology of music, and how like I was like, the far-fetched idea was, is there like a groove or a rhythm that like everybody loves? Because some people don't really listen to music, don't really like it. Some people love swing, some people hate it. I'm like, is there something that everyone loves, like a Michael Jackson banger, or like all these tunes that like Quincy Jones was? But then I guess there's a lot of people who also don't like that. I was like, maybe then. So the idea was like working out rhythms and tempos and finding like, why is this more popular than that? And not in like the mainstream kind of pop way, but just in like the feel and the groove and what makes people want to dance and what doesn't and stuff. But out of that, just started studying loads of like the Afrobeat stuff with Tony Allen and all those rhythms. And love it, absolutely love it. So that was kind of goal. So it was all just like mainly rhythm based, and then like the harmony blah 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 came afterwards.
What would you say is your favorite track on the EP?
Ooh. That's a difficult one.
It's like picking your children, isn't it? I suppose. Who's your favourite?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do people have a favourite kid? I guess they do. Yeah, must have a favourite.
They would never say.
I'm going to ask my mum actually. Yeah, exactly.
Which twin? That's harder.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, they're all. Yeah, it's really difficult. Maybe Fella's Words, just because it's like, I think I got the idea from Terry Lynn actually, of just like watching his interview with Fela Kuti, and then obviously put his words into it, and he was talking about social change and the responsibility of music and to change your environment, and it should represent how you want the world to be, and all of that. And I was like, wow, didn't like just to, you know, when you're growing up, you don't realize music has that much of an impact when you actually start thinking about that side of things. So yeah, I do love like the percussion intro and then Fela Kuti talking over the top about how music is so important for social change.
So good.
How have you found it being a female drummer? What's that like in the industry?
Oh yeah, that is popping off these days, which is great. You know, it's very great that it's always been a topic of conversation and always thing that needs to change and that a lot of people are working on. But yeah, I've been thinking about it more and more, and I've been asked more questions recently too about all of that and how I feel about that. So yeah, I think it's a challenge, you know, being like a female musician in the industry, definitely, because it's not the norm. You know, people don't expect you to do that, or whatever instrument you're playing. I think, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely proud to represent a female on the drums, and I do like to kind of, I guess the goal is for it to not be strange or like, you know, oh, you're good for a female, or like, well, that's funny to see a girl on the drums, and like, just want it to be like, oh, that's a great gig. Like, one day, it's just normal.
That's the thing. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's like, and now we have a female drummer. It's like, no. We have a drummer who happens to be female.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to move on to artists now who you've performed with so far. So have you got a standout gig in mind?
I was chatting to some people the other day about this moment I got the chance to perform with Danilo Perez in Chile, on Costa Rica. No, it was in Costa Rica. And there's this guy who used to do the master's program too. He's from Costa Rica, and he's created a jazz festival over there, which is incredible, and it's open for so many people and just gives loads of like younger students as well, like opportunities to get more immersed in jazz over there, which is more rare than in like the States or in Europe. And then the last tune we played, I was playing in the female jazz band that we created in Panama. It's like the first all-female jazz band over there, and we went over to Costa Rica to play, and Danilo got up with us on the last tune to play one of his originals called Lumen. And it was like, I definitely wasn't satisfied with my playing technically, or, you know, I always say I could have done better, and we were all just like, you know, freaking out like, oh God. But musically, it was just unbelievable. It's literally some magic happened. I don't know how he does it, but every time he gets on the stage, he, you know, talks about like zero gravity and like kind of reaching that higher power or that higher feeling that you can't describe or whatever. But somehow he's so good at getting you on that level too. So this moment where it's just like everyone dropped out except drums and piano, and just playing like all these, I don't even know where beat one is, just like going with it, you know, like woo, come on. And you know, doing his thing and just pushing me to the limits. And then everyone in the audience just started standing up, like they're all sitting down but just standing up like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. This is mental. But yeah, it's really amazing. It's just like, I feel like I experienced that kind of thing that he's talking about a little bit, maybe not on the true level that they do it, but had a taste of it, and that was amazing.
We are easing our lockdown rules soon, can't wait. So what have you got lined up next?
Well, yeah, I was just chatting actually to JAS Fresh this morning, because I'm going to release an album with them, hopefully by the end of this year. We'll see. So it's all in the works. Yeah, it's so killing. So they've invited me to be part of their like Jazz 5
amazing
things for like up and coming, you know, whatever. So yeah, we're hoping to like record that this summer.
What can we expect to kind of hear? What sound will we be hearing? Will it be something new? Will it be similar to the EP, or?
Still like writing it at the moment, but it is, I think it's gonna be similar to the EP in the sense of like still got that kind of Afrobeat feel. But yeah, definitely trying to incorporate like more horns and a bit more vocals as well, and like kind of cool stuff. So yeah, that's the vibe. That's the vibe.
Very nice. Well, before you go, we've got 3 questions that we are asking all of our guests. So it's a classic desert island question. If you were on desert island, you could only take 1 album, 1 film, and 1 dish that you had to eat forever. What would they be?
Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe Desert Island would be like an album that I've never heard, like a live gig that's got like 2 sets, so then I can just like hear it for the first time on the desert, stranded, and then so get familiar with it. And then maybe by the time someone saves me, like I'd had enough of the album.
Yeah.
The movie, I can definitely, that movie Big Daddy.
Oh, love that movie.
Yeah. It's such a good movie. I feel like it's such a good movie. Yeah. And what was the third one? Sorry,
Your dish.
Oh, true. So maybe something, I don't know, since on the topic of Panama, like traditional Panamanian food, something like that. Could live on that.
What is traditional?
They have a few things, but my favorite one is like when you go to the beach and you have your fried fish, but literally like a fish in its skin with its eyeballs on, like fried. So good, you just dig into it. I'm sorry for all the veggies out there. Yeah, and then patacones too on the side with some garlic on top.
Oh, that's great. I mean, I think we need to hitch a fight out there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's all go over there.
Well, Jazz, thanks so much for chatting with us today. It's been really nice talking. And we wish you all the best for the next bit and the album by the end of the year.
Hey, thank you. Cheers for having me, guys.
We can't wait. Thank you so much, Jazz.
Cheers.
Bye.